Welcome to Bowlerama Bayfield, a state-of-the-art, fully computerized bowling center in Barrie, just off Highway 400, 1 hour north of Toronto. From a qualifying field of over 500, we're down to the final 5 in our elite group of women 5-pin bowlers, some of the best in the game. Hi everyone, I'm Steve Armitage along with Bill Douglas, and welcome to show number 2 of 3 in our women's 5-pin series. And Bill, I'll be a little honest with you. I thought the scores were surprisingly low in week 1.
Well, given the talent of the field, what we saw last year, the ladies averaged 261 as a group. I did too. This year after week 1, the field's only averaging 232, and the ladies really seemed to struggle with their accuracy. They hit the middle. It was spare attempts that were a problem. Some wide open frames, just not like them. I think maybe the nerves got to them a little bit. Shelley Bear finally solved it in game 2. She finished strong with 5 strikes in a row and a big 270.
So who do we see in our first matchup today?
Connie Ward of Hamilton is a 6-time YBC national champion with 2 C5 golds and 3 masters in a 36-year career. Connie has appeared in both 5 and 10-pin pins games. Gatineau's Helene Godmaire has pins game and C5 TV experience along with 5 C5 gold medals, over 20 appearances in national finals in a 30-year career.
And in the second matchup,
Sudbury's Yvette MacLellan is the number 3 seed. She has a gold in C5 national team events along with a Masters bronze. Husband Jim appeared on CBC in 1984 and 1991. Karen Armstrong of Winnipeg has 4 Canadian 5-team golds and 2 Masters singles titles on her 34-year career. 2 perfect games round out an impressive resume.
From a total purse of $20,000, the winner of the second ever 5-pin series for women on CBC will receive $10,000. Even those who leave after the prelims will take home $500. This is the opening match of our second show of women's 5-pin bowling. From Barrie, and it's Helene Godmaire in the black against Connie Ward. Ward from Hamilton, Ontario. Godmaire from Gatineau, Quebec. And it'll be Connie Ward in the red who leads things off.
And 2 veterans of the national bowling scene. Off to a great, thought she was going to get a string pull there. That was a good looking shot.
All set to say great start.
Yeah. Left hand pocket for Connie. Ooh. Just about blew it by, but makes the spare. Connie, the only bowler in YBC history with a triple-double. She's got 6 gold medals, 2 in each of the 3 divisions, Bantam, Junior, and Senior.
That is a major accomplishment. This is Helene Godmaire, the number 7 seed. Takes out the 3 and the 2 on the left side, left with a head pin, 3 and 2 on the right side.
Pretty smooth 3-step, a little bit of a hook, and we'll see how much the movement on the ball affects Helene's game. Long slide finish. Good timing at the foul line though. Hand and foot got there together in a good release position.
Nice solid start with a spare. Always try to put up a mark in that first frame. Builds up the confidence. Let's see what she does with her first ball in the second frame.
Oh, great carry. Another one. Looked like she was going to cover up that left corner pin. She was thick, right hand pocket. 3-pin just went in front of that left corner pin.
Left corner did a little bit of a dance, but it would not go down. So she needs this for the spare.
Hang on. Nope. A little bit short there on that one. Again, the movement of the ball. With a hook, the ball for the right-hander is moving from right to left on the lane. Gonna have to find the range on that one. One inside and one outside.
So Connie Ward, who's an informatics specialist for Trillium Health Center, goes to work. She's competed in a couple of TSN games in 5 and 10 pin.
Well, really an accomplished player in both games, Steve. Unusual to find. She's got 6 perfect games, 3 and 5 pin and 3 and 10 pin. She may be the only bowler in Canada to carry that distinction.
Connie Ward trying to spare. Remove the right corner pin, which she does. So 2 spares in a row for Connie Ward as she moves over to the left line, lane 9. Here at Bolorama Bayfield. All marks so far.
Well, she does get the break. Punch that right 3 pin straight back. Got a little bit of a break on the corner pin falling over. Makes the spare easy. She's playing 3rd arrow from the left-hand gutter. And the ball just drifted on her.
Connie Ward has to remove the head pin, the 3 and the 2 on the left side in the 3rd frame for the spare to make it 3 in a row to begin with. Punches back the head pin.
Right on it as well. A little bit of a backup, and when I talked to Connie earlier, she said she wasn't really used to playing on synthetics all that much. One she plays on is quite a bit faster, less break on the ball. She was hoping to be able to take advantage of that.
Only counts 12 in the frame, so she sits down with a total of 60. And now Helene Godmaire goes to work with her first ball in the 3rd frame, coming off an open frame in the 2nd. She spared in the 1st.
Good looking shot. Right hand or left hand pocket, excuse me. A little bit thick. Leaves herself the right corner pin. Third arrow cross lane, right at it.
Her 2nd spare of this opening match of our 2nd show. No strikes yet from either Ward or Godmaire in this one. He is in control against Ward. Connie Ward against Helene Godmaire. This is our first match of our 2nd show on women's 5 pin.
2 misses in a row for Helene, both on the left-hand side.
Godmaire was working on a spare with her first ball in the 8th. This will be her 2nd ball. Take down the head pin and the 3 and the 2 on the right side, and it'll be her 2nd spare in a row.
Well, drove the head pin straight back that time. Penalty for missing. Missed the head pin 3 times in 8 frames, every one of them to the left side. And when you throw that little bit of a hook like Helene does, again, you miss your mark. The ball won't come back to the pocket. It's already too wide.
Picks up 15 on the frame and sits down with a total of 216, but there was an opportunity there with a strike or a spare to really do some serious damage in this match against Connie Ward. Now Connie Ward has got to get it back. Open in the 6th and 7th. First ball on the 8th.
Just not there today for Connie, Steve. Drives the head pin straight back, kicks out the right corner pin.
3rd head pin.
She's been solid. Only missed the head pin once in this match. A couple of corner pins, 3 head pins, a set of aces. That's one of those tough games where you struggle, can't carry anything, even though you're probably throwing the ball pretty well.
137 through 8 frames for Connie Ward, moving over to the left line. Has a potential of 227. Oh boy, that has got to be frustration personified in this game.
Wow, it really is. Again, good lift on the ball, but it's right on the nose. see the way that ball was rolling? It was almost end over end. There's no side-to-side movement on it, so she's not breaking anything up.
She just wants to get this one over with. Leaves a couple standing. Connie Ward not having a good day.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, I agree with that. She knows it. Helene Godmaire now, coming off an open frame in the 8th, first ball in the 9th.
Better shot. 9th and 10th frame for Helene, and she wants to get comfortable. She's got another game to go, but when she misses 2 in a row, and like she did in the 7th and 8th, it's all about getting located again, finding the strike line, and making your spares.
This is that left corner pin.
Second left corner in the match, and the second time she missed it.
Gets it, but a little too late for the spare, however. But she does go to 231. So Godmaire, the winner of this match, she will move on, beating Connie Ward, a very experienced 5-pinner. Godmaire, first ball in the 10th frame.
Good shot, thin right-hand side. Ball didn't come all the way back to the pocket. Another left corner. Needs to get the line on this one. Oh for 3 on left corners. Got to find it. That could cost her a match.
Does it that time, and she finishes at 246. Now Connie Ward. A little bit of pride involved here. She wants to finish strong. She can't win.
That's the ball.
Where was that?
More lift and a little bit better turn. Free and easy now.
First strike of the match for Connie Ward. Can she make it 2 in a row? Not today, Connie. Just not there. A wealth of bowling experience in both 5 and 10 pin, but just didn't happen for Connie Ward today. But we've all had those days. So she shakes hands with Helene Godmaire.
Yucky stuff.
She's the loser. She finishes at 172. The story of this match, Godmaire steady in the middle with strikes in the 4th, 5th, and 6th frames, and that made the difference. So it's Helene Godmaire who moves on in our series with a 246-172 win over Connie Ward. East meets West in our second match of our second show on women's 5-pin. Yvette MacLellan in the blue from Sudbury, Ontario. The number 3 seed takes on Karen Armstrong of Winnipeg in the green. She's the number 6 seed. Team gold of the Canadian Open in 2000 for Yvette MacLellan as she begins on the left lane.
Cross it over.
Oh yeah, and it did do that. Little bit of a backup, got decent movement on the ball, went from almost looking like it was going to be in the left-hand pocket all the way to the right side, and good reaction.
Karen Armstrong, no stranger to television bowling. 4 appearances on the TSN Pins game. She's won just over $4,000.
No stranger to big-time competition. 2-time Masters Nationals singles champion. She's come up against the best in Canada and come out on top on a number of occasions.
A very impressive bowling resume, Karen Armstrong. clerk for the Manitoba Liquor Control Commission when she's not bowling. Trying for the double.
Great start. Really 2 super balls she just threw. Left hand pocket. Good follow through and extension. Winnipeg ladies have a great history in both C5 and Masters. And we talk about, coaches and everything else. Trace Winnipeg's great bowlers to Dylas Turner.
Yvette MacLellan now trying for the double herself.
Cut it hard.
Oh, yeah. Left hand pocket. Another great shot. These two ladies look right ready to go. A little bit of a stutter step, 3-step approach in there. End result is she gets to the foul line in good shape, good release position.
Whatever works. Yvette MacLellan now trying for 3 in a row.
Crossover. Ball slipped away a little bit on her. Got the right hand side thin and going away. Leaves herself the right corner pin. Third arrow. Didn't hang Yvette. Again, a backup bowler, ball's moving from left to right on the lane. Miss your target like she did a little bit on the right and the ball will slide away on you. There's the shot. Counts 15.
Cleans up and sits down with a total of 86. And that brings up Karen Armstrong, who perfect through 2 frames, trying to keep it going, trying for the triple with her first ball in the 3rd frame. 2 perfect games to her credit. Don't want to put the jinx on her at this point. Trying to stay perfect here.
Just down there. Thank you. Yeah!
Big break on this one. Pretty much straight end over end roll from Karen, but she's got such great lift on the ball. She's picking the right angles. Gets a break on that left 3-pin off the wall and into the rubber band.
Thought she was going to do some damage to her right shoulder there.
She ran that one out for sure.
Yes.
Going away, right hand side. She's lined up and taking advantage of both pockets and good roll on the ball.
She is pumped and she's using that energy well right now. 4 strikes in a row, putting a lot of early pressure on Yvette MacLellan, who was open in the 3rd, strikes in the 1st and 2nd. This is her first ball in the 4th frame.
That time she was about 3rd arrow from the left-hand gutter and the ball just never came back. And make sure of this spare. She's already in a hole, and if you have another open frame, it makes it that much deeper. No, miss left again.
Too fast.
Telling herself to slow down.
Yeah, she's going a little bit too quick with her feet, and what happens is then your arm swings behind that, and it's tough to catch up and get your release position proper.
And she knew that was on the money. But open frames in the 3rd and 4th after striking in the 1st and 2nd. She goes back to work in the 5th frame, and the way Karen Armstrong is bowling, she needs some strikes now.
Better
Slide
shot.
it over, hard.
Now, she was looking for the slide, didn't quite get it. Thick, almost got it to the right-hand side on that crossover. Head pin split here. She'll go after the left 3-2. Now you can see the way she finished that shot off. She was trying to force it to get over there. Started out in pretty good shape. She was really freewheeling the ball. Now starting to struggle here a little bit.
Takes out the 3-2 on the left side, but leaves the right corner, so it's 3 open frames in a row for Yvette MacLellan. And that brings up Karen Armstrong, who is trying to stay perfect with her 5th strike in a row. This is our second match of our second show, women's 5-pin. And the star so far is Karen Armstrong, trying to stay perfect.
Side it! Thank you!
She got a little bit of a break there. She knew she had to be on the side. Drove the head pin back, but got a break on that left side, 3-2. Karen may be looking for a little bit of payback here, Steve. Back in the ladies' team event at the Canadian Fives in 2000, Yvette MacLellan's team beat Karen Armstrong's team in the finals.
Well, revenge is sweet at any time, and right now it looks as if Armstrong is on her way to the semifinal against MacLellan. 4 strikes in a row and then a spare. This is the first ball in the 6th frame for Karen Armstrong.
2.
Yeah, missed it. She was left of the center arrow that time. And with that straight end over end roll, if you miss your mark, you've got no chance to get back to the pocket. Maintain this lead, needs the spare here in the 6th frame.
Cover it. Thank you.
Yeah. Talkative, she's really trying to work the ball.
All marks so far for Armstrong. 2 spares and 4 strikes. MacLellan open in the 3rd, 4th, and 5th frames. She had strikes in the 1st and 2nd. She'd like one here in the 6th frame.
Oh, you stupid.
Forced that one again, left. Second time she's missed left. And both of them on lane 10. After a good start, she seems to be just pushing it a little bit, not the freewheeling. 4 for 6 on the middle. Now, good try on that spare. Right pocket to try and convert this.
Well, you heard her say she was digging a hole, and she certainly has, with 4 open frames in a row as she moves over to the left lane here at Bolorama Bayfield, looking for some marks. Any kind of marks, strikes would be nice. She started with 2 in a row in the 1st and 2nd frame.
And really made 2 great shots. Even frame 3 when she left that right corner. She made a good shot on it. But now really struggling to find the middle.
And this happens even to the good ones. And Yvette MacLellan is a good bowler, but just not having a good day.
Well, and the speed that they bowl this at in match play like this, you bowl 2 frames at a time. You really got to stop, collect your thoughts. Don't get up there in a big rush. There's something wrong. Let's try and fix it here.
Finally, another mark, and it's a spare, and it comes in the 7th frame, but she's up against a bowler who is bowling well. All marks so far for Karen Armstrong. 4 strikes in a row. That's the way she started. And then spares in the 5th and 6th. Now her first ball in the 7th frame.
Center arrow. Nope, missed it. Just a little bit drift to the right on that one. Two misses in a row. One left, now this one right. Better shot on the inside, covers up the spare.
And that's the difference, isn't it? When she has missed with that opening ball, she's always come back with the second ball for the spare.
Well, that's right. No open frames now through 7. But when you start with 4 in a row and you throw the ball well, get a couple of breaks, it certainly helps the confidence, and you do start to freewheel it. You struggle, then you start to force either the spin or the location.
Yeah, that's the first time we've seen her do that.
Well, she did get one break coming back off the head pin off the back wall, got the left 3 pin, and just about got the corner pin. She'll take the extra count on that spare in 7.
3-2 on the right, left corner pin standing.
Clean up the wood.
She knows she's still very much in control.
Well done. No mistakes so far for Karen Armstrong.
And she sits down with a total of 238 with 2 frames remaining. Yvette MacLellan working on a spare with her first ball in the 8th frame.
Karen Armstrong looking at the scoreboard, trying to figure out the possibilities, what she needs to shut Yvette MacLellan out.
2, please.
Now, that's making it a little bit easier, too.
And she was hoping that left corner would drop.
Never going to slow down.
3 in a row now, she's missed the head pin on the left side.
The mind is saying slow down, but the body is just not responding. Nicely done. Nice spare for Yvette MacLellan, her second in a row.
Good things happen when you throw the ball right.
This one, she makes a great shot on the spare and gets a bit of a break, head pin off the back wall. And sometimes a break is all you need to get back.
Well, like she said, things happen when you throw things right.
Now, force that one again. Just her release position just doesn't look comfortable.
Well, if she can take down the 3 remaining pins, it'll be her 3rd spare in a row. Small consolation for Yvette MacLellan.
Hit it!
Wow.
Been that kind of day.
It really has. Yeah, after getting out to such a great start. That's the better shot.
Picks up 15 in the 9th frame and goes to 182, and that brings up Karen Armstrong. Still has a potential of 328 in this game. Coming off an open frame, this is her first ball in the 9th.
All she's got to do is stay behind the foul line, Steve. Great shot.
And follow it up with a shot like that.
Well, she knows she's got this match won. Now it's all about making good shots, getting ready, having some confidence going into the next match against Helene Godmaire.
And that's the semifinal. And the winner of that will take on Shelley Bear in the final for the $10,000 and the title.
Another great ball. She's getting excellent roll. She's got a couple of breaks, but she's helping out by getting the ball in the right location.
4 strikes in a row to start. Strikes in the 9th and 10th. This is her second ball in the 10th. It's a head pin.
Second one of the match. Both of them coming on lane 9 and both head pin splits. Big side for 304.
Winnipeg's Karen Armstrong cruising to a 304 total as she sits down. Yvette MacLellan will come up to finish things off. win, but she'd like to go out with a little better performance.
I know I'm going too fast, honey.
That's been her problem. Just been going too fast. But she knows it. She's been saying that since the 4th frame, but she just can't seem to slow down.
Maybe a little TV
it over.
nerves. You know, getting going too fast.
Yet television does strange things to people in athletics. We've seen it happen in so many different sports, and it certainly affected Yvette MacLellan today in her match. Cleans up, but the best she can do is a 197, and that is not nearly good enough to beat Karen Armstrong of Winnipeg, Manitoba. Armstrong with 4 strikes in a row and a strong finish to wind up with a 304 total. Compare that to Yvette MacLellan's 197, and it's Armstrong who goes to the semi. We are set for the second semifinal in our women's 5-pin series, and again we remind you of the YBC celebrating 40 years of excellence in youth sport. And those gentlemen really appreciate the efforts of the YBC. They are the Bowling Proprietors Association of Canada, and the man in the middle is the president of that group, Brian Sargent from Kelowna. Good to have them with us, as it is our semi-finalists, Karen Armstrong and Helene Godmaire in our women's 5-pin series. Karen Armstrong from Winnipeg in the green against Godmaire from Gatineau, Quebec in the black. And it'll be Karen Armstrong coming off her 304-197 win over Yvette MacLellan, who will lead things off. And remember, in that game, she started with 4 strikes in a row.
Got off to a great start, and her confidence, that kind of a shot, she got a couple of breaks early and really got on a roll. Powerful ball. Karen and Helene, no stranger to one another. They've competed at numerous times over the years in both Canadian 5 and Masters events. Karen with maybe the upper hand in the ladies team, and Helene with the upper hand in singles.
Godmaire gets a little dance and a jig from that left corner pin, but it won't go down.
Made a good shot on that first one, Steve. Could have got a break. Needs to make sure on this spare. Much better. She struggled a little bit with that left corner in the first match. She went 0 for 3. This time right off the bat makes the spare.
Godmaire moving over to the left lane, lane number 9 here at Bolorama Bayfield. Working on a spare. First ball in the second frame.
Didn't get that one turned over. Right on the nose, drove it straight back. First head pin though. Helene avoided any splits in that first game when she shot 246.
Goes to work on the left side, has the same combination remaining on the right side with her third ball.
Slides that one by the right 3 pin. Picks up 12 in the second frame.
And sits down with a total of 32 as Karen Armstrong trying to double with her first ball in the second frame. Remember, she started with 4 in a row in her first match. She'd like to equal that in this semifinal.
right dead on the nose, drove it straight back. First game again, she had 6 strikes, including that 4 in a row she started with, but late in the match, she had 2 headpin splits.
Oh, nice.
Right in the hole, loses the count back on that strike.
Stupid head.
A little sarcasm there, suggesting that was a nice shot. And then followed that up with expressing how she really felt about herself.
2 of them.
And punches the 3-pin, so a tough frame. Not only do you punch the head pin, but you lose count. Now, leaving 7 pins on the pin deck in a frame is not a great way to start.
Armstrong needs to regroup quickly here. First ball in the 3rd frame, open in the 2nd, strike in the 1st.
Push that one right.
Spare ball.
I'm just going to work hard and get this spare ball working. She wants to be on the inside between the 3-pin and the head pin. First game she had 2 misses on the middle, 1 right, 1 left.
Karen.
Made both spares. Doesn't look quite as free with the approach and in the arm swing. And when you start to struggle a little bit, that's what happens. You have a tendency to force things.
But she does manage to clean up and count 15 in that 3rd frame. So her total goes to 43, and now Godmaire, who was open in the 2nd frame after a spare in the 1st, has an opportunity here to go in front.
Concentration. Good arm swing again, just pushed it left. When Helene missed the middle in the 1st match, she missed it left 3 times. Back with this one. Little hook. She wants to be, oh no. Forced it right that time instead just letting it swing. Punches the right 3-pin. Needs to clean up this wood. She'll have a small lead in the match. Wow.
Well, both bowlers started strong with a strike by Armstrong and a spare by Godmaire in the 1st frames, but the wheels have come off since then. Look at the open frames in the 2nd and 3rd for both bowlers.
Introducing Spectra 5, the only car in its class with 6 standard airbags. Packed with cool standard features and Kia's total care ownership coverage, including free oil changes for life. Kia Spectra 5, for only $229 a month, you can love one this much.
The Oral-B dental experts have created cleaning technology like nothing else on Earth. The new Oral-B Professional Care 8000. It pulsates and oscillates to loosen plaque and sweep it away. Teeth get twice as clean and dramatically whiter. Gums get stronger. Your whole mouth gets healthier. You'll never go back to an ordinary brush again. The new Oral-B Professional Care 8000. Brush like a dentist.
Happy holidays from Canadian Club.
So, how was it?
What?
Mission Space.
It was fine.
Fine?
Yeah, it was very interesting. Yeah.
It isn't fast or scary, is it?
No.
Very funny, Timmy, very funny!
This year, plan an out-of-this-world gathering with your good friends. To get started, visit disneyworld.ca.
Happy holidays from Canadian Club.
It's Armstrong against Godmaire, and this is our second semi-final in women's 5-pin. The winner will advance to the final against Shelley Bear. And this is Helene Godmaire. First ball in the 6th frame.
And a much better shot. Again, free wheel, you can tell the difference just the way she releases the ball, and in a lot of cases, the kind of action they get. Really unlucky here. 3-pin did it, supposed to do. Wrapped on the corner pin. The head pin was in behind and may have actually held that up a little bit.
But that's the mark she needed. Her second spare. She opened with a spare. She had a strike in the 4th and a spare in the 6th. So the 3 marks on the board for Godmaire as she sits down, and Armstrong goes to work trying to triple with her first ball in the 6th frame. This would be her 4th strike of the semi if she could pull it off.
Get over here. Come on, push it. Not this time.
Again, thick on the middle and straight end over end roll. She drives everything backwards. She can, that 43 count back in the 4th frame gives her a pretty good lead in this match.
Got a strong voice, but then trying to handle Garrett, Cole, and Brett, her 3 sons, I think would help that voice. Didn't help her that time.
First left corner in this series, and she misses it in the on the gutter side. Again, a little bit of back and forth here between these ladies. Karen with a seeming good lead, and then an open frame to allow Helene back into this match.
And for Armstrong, open in the 6th as she goes to work in the 7th, the left lane. All Godmaire can do is sit and watch and hope that Armstrong doesn't get on the roll that she got on late in her opening match after opening the first match with 4 strikes in a row.
Nope. That one's not coming back, Karen, when you're that wide left. Pick up where that is. She's been aiming at the center arrow, and that was about 2 boards left of center. One mistake followed by another, right on the nose, and drove it straight backwards. Cleans it up this time, at least for the 15.
Well, her work is done through 7 frames, and she sits down with a 144 total. Godmaire goes to work with 75 through 5 frames, but working on a spare from the 6th. This is her first ball in the 7th frame.
Nope, knew it. Turned her back as soon as it crossed the arrows. It was right on. Smooth approach and arm swing. Just a little bit left of that center arrow again, and
second head pin.
And head pins are bad enough. This is a really inopportune time because Karen Armstrong just opened the 7th frame. Helene had a chance to get back into this match.
Good job of cleaning up, picking up 15 in the 7th frame, but the total is 110. Compare that to Armstrong, 144 through 7 frames. So the advantage is still Armstrong in this semi. Helene Godmaire, first ball in the 8th frame in the semi-final against Karen Armstrong.
Again, turned her back, right on center arrow, drove the head pin straight back. A little break kicking out the 3-pin, but not enough. tough spare here. But she was going to give it a run. Had to when you're down by 30 plus going into the last couple of frames.
Takes out the 3, leaves the left corner pin. So through 8 frames, her total is 123. Armstrong up and bowling in the 8th with a total of 144. The winner of this semifinal moving on to the final for the title and $10,000 against Shelley Bear.
Great shot. That's the way she started the first game with 4 in a row. She's thrown a couple of great shots like this in this match. Just not quite as many, but that was really well thrown ball. Good location, good rotation on the ball.
Armstrong trying to double now with her first ball in the 9th frame.
Yes, come on, touch it. Okay.
Had a little bit of a break on that. Caught a piece of the head pin. Chop off right side. Leave herself the left 3-2. 1 chop off in the first match and converted the spare.
Over.
Missed that one.
Gee whiz, Armstrong.
Lecture time.
Not very happy with herself. With a spare there, it would have gone a long ways to sealing up this match. Open frame here now. You got to be careful. Make sure you get the 15.
She gets the 15 and goes to 184 to take her seat. Awaiting to bowl in the 10th. Godmaire open in the 7th and 8th. First ball in the 9th frame.
Helene Godmaire, if she can strike out here with 4 in a row, she forces Karen Armstrong to go spare strike in the 10th.
Well, the best that Godmaire can do now in the 9th frame is a spare.
Good looking shot, actually. Just a little bit thin, and she left that left corner pin. Still got a chance. The match isn't over. 3 in a row, she'll force Karen Armstrong to count 15 in the 10th to win the match.
Godmaire needing strikes against Armstrong in this semi-final. 10th frame now for Helene Godmaire, needing to strike out.
Not to be.
Doesn't get it. Just wasn't there in the semi-final for Godmaire against Armstrong. It's the spare. Earns another ball.
A couple of head pins, a couple of missed frames where she missed the middle, didn't convert the spares.
Open in the 2nd, 3rd, 7th, 8th frames. And that's not going to cut it against somebody the caliber of Armstrong, who was really not with her A game in this semifinal either.
Well, no, but Helene Godmaire with only 1 strike in this match.
She sits down. Her work is done at 163. Armstrong is going to the final against Shelley Bear.
Ay, ay, ay.
And she knows she'll have to bowl better than that for the title and the $10,000.
Well, these last couple of frames, it's a little bit academic, but you're still frustrated at yourself when you don't make good shots.
Yes.
A little better and a break.
Well, that'll help the average. Yeah, she gets a chance to put a few more numbers to her total. She won't like that finish, but it's a win, and it does mean that she goes on and bowls for the 10,000 and the CBC title. She finishes at 2:06, and that is good enough to beat a struggling Helene Godmaire, who finishes at 1:63. So it's Karen Armstrong who faces Shelley Bear in our CBC final for $10,000. Next week from